All right, good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, May 24th, and last day of the week. And as usual, going over analysis for US 30, gold, and Bitcoin. So starting off with what we have here, for the supply and demand entries, price is far away from the demand. Actually, not too far away from, price is closer to demand than supply. For US 30, price is closer to demand than supply uh for gold, I think. Let me see. Need to refresh this. Let's see. I think it's still going to be there. Yeah, so it's still down here. And price is closer to demand than supply for BTC on the hourly time frame, same thing. So there's something I want us to check out on. Since price was dropping heavily yesterday, we might be able to get a reversal entry. So let's see reversal entry. So there hasn't been any entry for gold. No entry for, no buy for gold so far. For US 30. Mm, For US 30. This buy came up pre-market, but if we get another buy, I would ideally be looking for continuation to the upside to complete this structure right here, right? So that's why, like today, you guys will notice that in my markups, as much as we have supply between, if I turn on the zones indicator, as much as we have supply here, we have supply here, we have supply here, historically, we've seen that price likes to complete structure for some of this instrument or for most of these instruments. So I'd be mostly looking to catch an entry, especially now that we are seeing price action shifting to the upside, especially for US 30 and even for gold. So I would be biased for buys right now. But I don't see any entry right here for US 30. For gold, we'll see if we get a buy entry for gold on the reverse. So we'll see. The other one, let me see if we can get crosses. And see if there's anything. Mm, yeah, nothing for the crosses. Okay, so I'll share the other screen and I'll watch for a gold reversal entry here for a buy. So we'll shift over to the trend line and SAR. And in the meantime, I'll start this music in the background just to have something running there. And I'll share the other screen. So here, let's see, do we have any buys? This is a possible, excuse me, this is a possible break, depending on how this goes. This would be a possible break, trend line break, and SAR closure above. So this would be like 100-point stop loss with 200 points TP. But on the closure of this candle, this trend line should not change. This trend line should not change. It should remain where it is. It should not adjust. Looking at also what we have What zones do we have down here? We have demand zones, so this is good. We have some supply zones, but they're not strong. They're based off of one candle, so this can easily be taken out. And let me switch this. Yeah, so those can easily be taken out. Also, I want to see what SAR levels we have here. So we do have, if I remember correctly here on US 30, we do have a 4-hour buy here. It's an hourly buy. And actually, let's see, possibly. Okay, so we have an hourly buy SAR here. So we'll see how this candle closes. I'll program my entries. So this is let's see if that happens. Also on the 30-minute time frame, this would be similar. This would be a break entry, trendline and SAR break. For sales, we don't have anything because we haven't been down here in a minute, so we barely have any sell SARs. For this one on gold, what do we see here? Nothing for buys that I can see unless this 30-minute closes above that trend line. Nothing for sales. For BTC, this is a possible buy in the next 15 minutes. This would be, let me see, zones. We have demand there. And for the SAR levels, for SAR levels, where we are at, we are around a, okay. So this is a possible BTC buy as well. Stop loss would be, I would say, if it's below this previous low, that's a $700 stop loss, 700 point. But if we want a 5,000 or 500 point stop loss, so just give it the 7 so that the stop loss is below the previous low. Yeah. Or actually 800 point. All right. So this is a BTC entry as well. Let's see what happens. So we have to see which SAR it closes above. And this would be a pretty quick trade. Okay, so it reject. So this is the entry right here. So for me, I need a crossover buy to be created, which means I need a crossover sell first. But you can enter in. So there goes the entry. I'm still not in the trade. So we have a crossover sell that's been created. Now I'm waiting for a crossover buy and I will enter that trade. So still waiting. So this is a 800 point stop loss and 1,600 point TP for BTC. So still not in, still waiting. Let's wait. Let's see what happened for US 30. US 30, so this is not a break because the trend line automatically adjusted. So nothing for US 30 as we are waiting for, nothing for gold. So only this BTC trade right here. So I need a crossover buy to form. and we might be getting it soon, so I'm still waiting. Mm, Still waiting. There's the entry. So I'm in that one. Entry is at 67,313. So about where price is at right now. 67,313. Um, and just make sure stop loss is below this low. That's right here. And we'll see how that goes. And I can turn this one off just to keep it clear. Okay, so no sales for BTC for the hourly timeframes. Um, Hourly timeframes, I don't see anything here. Nothing for US 30. And also I need to remember, okay. For the hourly timeframes, nothing for US 30. Here, nothing for gold on the hourly. For buys, nothing for buys as well. For sales, nothing for sales. Might have an entry for a sell on EU here. However, let's see what we have. Okay, see something here. That's the hourly. Let's see what levels are where EU is. Mm, yeah, EU. Let's see how this goes. Because if EU closes above there, structure in price would change. So this is like a 20 pip. Let's see how this closes for EU. Possible entry on EU right there. Um, so that's EU. So for the 4-hour time frame, no buys that I can see. And for sales, no sales that I can see here on the 4-hour. So just follow what we have here. Price action is cut. So you might also get that gold entry. So I think today's entries will only be BTC and possibly a gold entry. But we'll see. Let's see if there are any 30-minute entries. So, hmm. For this 30-minute, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this 30-minute candles close. All right, so definitely this one for BTC, we don't want to see this lows getting broken. So there's lows where currently price is at, then there's this low right here, and finally this low right here. So we want to maintain this uptrend. That's ideally what we would want, maintaining this uptrend. So we definitely don't want to see price action going lower and lower and lower. So we'll see. For the other charts, still nothing for the supply and demand entries, and nothing for that reversal entry I was watching for gold. Might be coming to an hourly demand on gold as well. Actually, no. Um, hmm. Need to redraw the areas for gold. Um, Yeah, we might be getting a gold entry soon at 23.36 for hourly demand for gold. So we'll just watch that area. Let me see what levels are there. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that hourly entry for gold looks pretty good. Um, Also the hourly entry for US 30 as well. Hourly demand looks pretty good as well. So we'll see which ones we get first. BTC still ranging so far. So remember, we don't want to take out all these lows, right? So if we take out those lows, then we probably will see that price might start dipping to the downside. I'll share the other screen for the supply and demand entries. This is what I'm looking at for gold right here. So this is an hourly demand area. You can see we have that last hourly demand before this whole thing is taken out. Also for the SAR levels we have there, we also have this hourly buy that's there, a 30-minute buy, a 15-minute buy. So one can either wait to take the hourly buy SAR rejection or just the hourly demand. So they're both in and around the same areas. US 30 also is giving a similar setup here. But looks like gold is closer because we are like 10 pips away from touching the hourly demand on gold. So let's see if we get that. So I don't know if the music is too loud, but I'll just silence it. BTC is coming back to entry. I'm liking that push up. So BTC is coming back to entry and we're still holding. And we held that trend line that I was showing you guys. So BTC is coming back up nicely. Gold. Gold is reversing to the upside. I don't know if we'll get a retest of this area, but we'll see of this demand. But let's see if we can get a retest. So we just had an hourly closure. So let's see what other levels we have on the hourly. Nothing for all 15 and 30. Okay. Mhm. BTC, we're in a buy. Price is reversing up, so hopefully we keep going up. For buys, I'm sorry, for the hourlies, I'm not seeing anything for a buy, nothing for a sell. Technically, we have a gold sell on the hourly, but we would be selling into demand, so it's not something I would be willing to take. There's that EU entry. So EU, let's see for EU. Let me share my other screen and see. For EU, this is what we were waiting for. However, see something. Let's see the structure of price. All right. So I'll look to, I think for EU, it looks like we've completed structure. There's definitely more structure that can still be completed to the upside, but this can be a nice setup on EU. So you can test EU out. So if you're already in the other trade, you can use a 0.375% risk for EU if you want to enter that trade, because we're already in the BTC trade. So EU entry is around 1.08458. 0.8458. So actually where it is right there, and we'll see how this go. Yeah, but other than that, and gold is reversing to the upside, so I'm not sure it's gonna come back down during this live session. We are in, oh, I'm in this BTC. We're starting to pull back down on BTC, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, but just follow those trades out. On the hourly, that's the one we're waiting for EU. And this one is in supply, so that's good. And I'd check the SAR levels, so we don't have any alarming SAR levels for where EU is. And of course, nothing for the 4 hour right now. So we'll see how this go, and we'll just update as the day goes. But other than that, that should be it for today's live session. I will catch you guys next week for another trading week. All right, guys, peace.